This documentary takes you into a past far more dangerous than anything we can imagine. A world where massive dinosaurs lived alongside creatures just as powerful and unpredictable. Giant serpents, colossal insects, and ancient predators turned every moment into a struggle for survival. This is a glimpse into a time when nature showed no mercy. In the shadows of this ancient world moved serpents longer than a house, silent and patient. They waited beneath thick vegetation, watching every movement, striking when the landscape fell quiet. Their strength was immense, and even large herbivores were never truly safe from them. Above the plains, gigantic insects filled the sky. Hornets and mosquitoes the size of modern animals created a deep, threatening hum that rolled across the land like distant thunder. A single sting could bring down a creature, and their swarms turned entire valleys into vibrating cloud. On the ground lurked giant scorpions, faster and more precise than their size suggested. Their stingers were deadly, and they confronted even the largest animals without hesitation. In this world, no creature was truly safe, not the dinosaurs, nor the giants that lived beside them. This is a journey into a time we have never seen. A world of ancient creatures, dangers, and mysteries that reveal how wild and unpredictable nature may once have been. Prepare for beings that may have existed, or whose traces have long disappeared. Beneath the surface of today's oceans we encounter colors that seem like living light, movements so precise they appear almost unreal, and this diversity becomes the foundation for the creatures we present, because nature has already proven that forms can emerge far beyond what we imagine. When you look into the depths, you see beings that camouflage, glow, drift, or glide in complete silence. And such abilities might also have belonged to creatures of the past, adapted to worlds we never witnessed, yet we feel their possibilities must have been limitless. There are animals that communicate through colors, others that send signals with light, and some that shape their bodies to become nearly invisible in the water, and these principles show us how extraordinary the creatures could have been that we introduce in this film. Some of today's marine beings appear like relics from another age, with patterns that tell stories, with movements that echo ancient instincts, and we use these traces to shape creatures that may never have existed but remain deeply rooted in the logic of Natu. The deeper you move into the darkness of the oceans, the more mysterious the forms become, the more surprising the colors, the more alien the silhouettes. And this secret of diversity is the key to the extraordinary dinosaurs we show you in this report, inspired by reality but not bound to it. This is how it might have looked in earlier times, an age filled with colors and movement, where dinosaurs were not only massive shapes but as diverse as today's marine creatures, with patterns shimmering in the light and forms perfectly adapted to their surroundings, mysterious yet entirely logical within nature's design. When you imagine how many species may have existed that we never found, a picture emerges of dinosaurs as surprising as deep-sea animals, with bodies capable of camouflage, with structures that sent signals, and with movements so precise they could glide silently through their world. Some of these unknown dinosaurs might have carried colors we now see only in coral fish, glowing patterns that shifted when danger approached, or calm tones that let them disappear within dense vegetation, and this potential diversity makes their existence so compelling. Others may have developed shapes reminiscent of rays, broad surfaces that help them move through swampy landscapes, or flexible bodies that adapted to currents and wind like modern marine. At the end of this journey, we are left with the understanding that nature has created surprising forms in every era, and that the world of dinosaurs must have been full of secrets, full of colors, movements, and structures we never witnessed, yet whose possible diversity reveals how vast the undiscovered past truly was. When we consider how many species disappeared over time without leaving a trace, it becomes clear that our view of prehistory is only a small fragment, and that behind every discovery lies a world far larger than we can imagine. The creatures we have shown you are a glimpse into what might have been possible, inspired by today's nature and guided by the knowledge that evolution always finds ways to create new forms, and that beauty often appears where we least expect it. We may never know how many colors filled the seas of the dinosaur age, how many patterns moved through the forests, or how many motions were hidden in ancient swamps, yet the thought alone opens a door to a past more vibrant than we will ever fully understand. In closing, we thank you for joining this journey, because every look into the past is also a look into nature's possibilities, and perhaps this diversity reminds us how precious and unique every form of life is, whether discovered or forever hidden. The dinosaurs shaped this world with their massive presence, yet they shared their realm with equally formidable creatures. Giant serpents moved silently between the trees, and colossal insects filled the air with a deep, resonant hum. Huge scorpions waited in the shadows, challenging even the largest herbivores. Together they formed a prehistoric world far more dangerous and diverse than anything we can imagine today. Across wide plains and dense forests, enormous herbivores wandered, constantly watched by silent hunters. Giant serpents waited patiently for the perfect moment, while colossal insects circled above, filling the landscape with the heavy beat of their wings. This world was a constant balance of strength, camouflage, and survival. Above the ancient lands, swarms of gigantic insects moved like living shadows across the ground. Their size and power made them a serious threat to any creature that came too close. Even the mighty dinosaurs had to remain alert, for an attack from the sky could be just as deadly as one from the ground. In the undergrowth and among the rocks lurked giant scorpions, their stingers striking with lightning speed. They confronted even the largest animals without hesitation, exploiting every weakness with precision. Their presence made it clear that no creature in this world was truly safe, no matter how big or strong it was. This prehistoric world was a place filled with danger, shaped by gigantic animals competing for space, food, and survival. Dinosaurs, giant serpents, massive scorpions, and colossal insects formed a complex network of power and risk. Their existence reveals how wild and unpredictable nature may once have been. As we come to the end of this film, I want to thank every viewer, because it matters to me that people find content that offers calm moments, clear explanations, or simply a space to listen and breathe. And I hope this film has provided a bit of clarity and perhaps shown how fascinating the world can be when we take the time to look a little closer. Many people look for information that is not loud but explained in a clear and human way, and if this film achieved that, it shows that such content has value and that it is important to tell things in a way that anyone can understand, without pressure, without rush, and without complicated language, but simply in a way that feels inviting and easy to follow. I hope this film has helped make the world a little more understandable, because sometimes a quiet moment is enough to grasp something that once felt confusing, and these are the moments I want to create with my films, so that every viewer feels they have taken something meaningful away, no matter how big or small that thought may be. To finish, I kindly ask all viewers to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and activate the bell, because every bit of support helps create new films and keep this knowledge available for everyone, and I want to thank each person for their time, their attention, and their willingness to join me on this journey, because that is what keeps this work alive and makes it possible to tell new stories.